Hello guys, and welcome back to another video with me, Chaz, and today we'll be doing something that has never happened on YouTube before. It's a Barclays Premier League prediction video. I have not seen anybody do this before, so let's get straight into it. Of course, it starts tomorrow, exciting, and at 20th place, I'm going with a team that kicks off the Barclays Premier League, Hull City. Of course, as you will see, we're on Hacksball again because it's the world's greatest website, remember that. So, yeah, I think Hull are going to finish last because they currently don't have a manager. They've only got like 13 or 14 fit players. They've recently sold Mohamed Diarmé, one of their key players. It's woeful. It's generally woeful. And if they don't get relegated, it's going to be congratulations to the maximum right there. But definitely Hull City are going to finish 20th there. 19th, I'm going to go with an interesting one. I'm going to go with West Brom because yes, I think if they're going to sell Berahino, they don't have that many good players. I mean, Rondon, I don't think he's going to have as good a season as he had last year. And at the end of the day, I think it's just a bit poor, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, they haven't made many good signings, and I think they will be relegated this season. I'm not the biggest fan of West Brom, but of course Tony Pulis is a great manager. But I think this season West Brom are not going to do as well as they've done in previous seasons, and I think they're going to get relegated. In 18th, I'm going with Burnley for the sole reason that, well, not for the sole reason, I think they've got Andre Gray, and I think he's going to be that Danny Ings and Charlie Austin score of a couple of seasons ago where they scored, but their team still got relegated. But he's going to score 50, it's not 15 or, but maybe 13, 14 goals, but it's not going to be enough. Burnley will rely on him solely, and I personally think that's just poor. But Burnley are a good team at the end of the day, and I really do think that they have greatness appreciate. So, what did I just say? Burnley, 18th place. God damn it. Number 17, we got to go with Middlesbrough, and I have been impressed with Middlesbrough transfer window. There is a new series going to be coming out at the start of September regarding the summer transfer window for the Prem teams, so stick around for that. But they've made some incredible signings. Valdez for free, Negredo on loan. Both of them are world-class players. Well, not world-class, but very good players, and they didn't spend a penny on them in their transfer fee because one was free and one was on loan. So it's great. I think they're great signings. Negredo and Valdez are going to keep them up, but I don't think they're going to get mid-table. I think it's going to be solid. It's going to be Middlesbrough and Burnley having a fight, but I think Middlesbrough will survive and Burnley will go down. But I've been really impressed with Middlesbrough's transfer window so far. And of course, in 16th, we've gone with Watford. People are predicting Watford to go down in the Premier League. Personally, I don't think so. I think it's going to be an okay season for Deeney, an okay season for Igalo. And I think that's going to be enough for Watford to stay up this season. Of course, with Mazzarri, the new former Milan manager, has got experience with a top team, AC Milan, of course. So I think that's going to be enough for Watford to stay up this season. It's not going to be the most remarkable season. Maybe a League Cup run, I'm unsure, but it could be a League Cup run. But Watford are a fantastic team, and I like the style they're playing. I think 16th is a good position for them. Indeed. And 15th, I'm going to go with Bournemouth. With the signings of Brad Smith and Jordan Ibe, is fantastic. They had a great first season in the Prem last season, and I think they're going to have a great season this season. So 1 up for the Bournemouth. Hopefully, I like seeing them in the Prem, even though I'm not the biggest fan of them. It's nice to be seeing them in the Prem. And of course, they'll face Man United at the Vitality Stadium on the opening day, where Paul Pogba will not be playing, unfortunately. That's a shame. It is a shame. 14th place, then we're going to go with Sunderland. I've got high hopes for Sunderland, the Sunderlad. We've got high hopes for Sunderland this season. The appointment of David Moyes, I think, is absolutely fantastic. Along with some, they haven't made that bigger signings in the transfer window, but Defoe, of course, is always a class striker when he needs to do the business. I think it's going to be low mid-table for Sunderland this season, but 14th is a solid position for them, who were fighting for relegation last season, and of course have just lost their manager, Big Sam, to England. So, but I like Sunderland. I like their playing style, and I think they will be doing okay this season. Another team I think this season will be getting rid of their manager due to sacking its Crystal Palace. They haven't excelled. I mean, I think the only reason Alan Pardew was still manager was the great start of the season that Palace had, and of course the FA Cup final they had. Other than that, Alan Pardew would have been out the door straight away. Personally, I think he is a good manager, but I think it's interesting because they've got Steve Mandanda. It's a good signing. Townsend, as well as people like Zaha, but and Kabay, but they're losing people like Balassi, and I think that's not. I think Balassi was one of their best players, so it's not enough to get relegated. But mid-table for Crystal Palace is good because Mandanda's a good signing. They still got Connor Wickham, Kabay, and of course the signing one Josh Townsend. It's great for Crystal Palace. It really, really is. And of course James Tompkins in defence with Scott Down, we presume, along with people like Papa Suarez and Joel Ward. And it's going to be a good defence. Not as solid as the Palace fans would have expected, but it will be enough to keep them in a solid 13th place. 12th then is a team that is really, didn't excel as much as we hoped last season, Swansea. Of course, recent seasons they've been coming 7th, but last season, poor season. They got rid of Gary Monk, who I rate very highly. And personally, I think Swansea City have a good team, and I think they've got enough to stay up this season and get mid-table because, they've recently signed Loriente and now Borgia for their transfer record fee. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, they've sold likes of Ayew and Gomes, but that's why I don't rate them more highly. But it's going to be tough for Swansea here. Of course, this is me predicting all of the transfers as well, so some of these are quite wacky. Number 11, we've gone Stoke City, who love finishing 9th. They're not going to finish 9th this season. 11th for them. Mark Hughes will be staying in charge, but of course Arnautovic is there, and Bojan, but I don't really hold up high hopes for Stoke. I don't really like watching them play, but at the end of the day, they're solid mid-table for them. Nothing more much to say about that. In 10th place, I might slightly regret this, but we're going with Everton. I'm looking over here because my notes. Everton here, the new manager Ronald Koeman, as well as signings like Ashley Williams to replace John Stones would be great. But I think it's going to be another one of them seasons where they have great players, but they're just not consistent enough, and they will get slapped down mid-table. Koeman, great manager. Williams, great defender. I think Everton have come off the better team there. I think Williams was better than Stones last season. Stones didn't perform for me last season. That's why I was kind of iffy about him being in the England squad. Let's not talk about that though, and let's move straight on with this video as we scroll up. Team number 9 then, it has to go to, let's just scroll up a little more. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Oh well. Team number 9 is Southampton. I would rate them more highly, but the recent sales of Pella and Mane, of course their manager Koeman, and Wanyama, key players there. Southampton seem to transfer out all their good players out after every summer, like people like Klein a couple of seasons ago, Lallana, Lambert, and they've still got Shane Long, Charlie Austin and Jay Rodriguez, and that's why I think they'll finish 9th, but not as good as last season because of their key players, but I think it'll be another good season for Southampton, with some of the players maybe creeping into Team of the Season contendership. Team 8 then, it's got to be Leicester City, the title winners. Everyone's ranking them randomly 7th and 8th because they're in the Champions League. But overall, I think it's a good team. Of course, the sale of Kante's going to hurt them, but they've got Mendy, Musa, Vardy, Mahrez is rumoured to stay. Of course, I think Ziegler, the goalkeeper, is a great signing, and I think Leicester City will be doing very well this season and keeping a solid 8th. Maybe creep into Europa League, I'm not sure, but that's why I'm putting them 8th there. And team number 7, we need to quickly get on with this video, is West Ham United. Nothing more much to say about them. Olympic Stadium, they're class. Payet will probably stay, in my opinion, unless he gets a move on transfer deadline day, which I'm not expecting. I think West Ham are a good team, and I think 7th is solid for them. I'm moving really quickly because I don't want this video to go on too long. Number 6, Arsenal, controversial one. I think Arsenal are going to have a woeful season I think Wenger, this is Wenger's downfall. They're rumoured to sign Mustafi. I think that's going to be a good signing. Not good enough for me. They're not signing a striker. Arsenal aren't signing a striker. It's silly. It really is silly. How Arsenal aren't signing a striker. It's weird. It really is weird. But at the end of the day, if Wenger thinks Giroud can do it, then good for him. Number 5 is Liverpool. I have big high hopes for Liverpool this season. Of course, no European football. You have the likes of Mane, Wijnaldum, Klavan, your new signings, along with, of course, Sturridge, Coutinho, Firmino. And if you sell Benteke, it's fantastic. And you've got a great manager in Klopp. And it wouldn't surprise me if Liverpool snuck up to the Champions League spaces, but I'm keeping Liverpool in 5th because I think they've done great this season in the transfer window. Tottenham coming at 4th. Sorry for going really quick. I don't know how this video's gone on too long. Yeah, a great season for them again. Harry Kane's not going to have a good, as great a season as he had last season, but I think he'll have 16 goal, maybe scoring season with Eriksen banging in a few. Of course, new signings Janssen and Wanyama, they're going to be good signings. They haven't been the busiest team in the transfer window, but it's certainly interesting. And of course, for Champions League football, I think Tottenham will cope well and get Champions League football again next season. Team number 3 then, it hurts me to say this, and you're going to be shocked, but I'm going Man United. I think the additions of Pogba and Ibrahimovic are great, but at the end of the day, I just think it's going to take a few seasons for Mourinho to get into the role of Man United. I think we're going to finish 3rd. Number 2 goes Manchester City, because I just got a feeling Pep Guardiola's not going to win it the first season. They've got a good side. Of course, John Stones is an interesting signing, as well as Gundogan, Sane, Gabriel Jesus, or Jesus, whatever you want to say. It's a great player, and I think Man City are going to finish 2nd in the Premier League, behind number 1, Chelsea. This is controversial to the maximum here. No European football. Kante, what a signing that is. And Conte is a great manager, and people don't underrate him. And I think Chelsea will walk out Premier League champions at the end of the season. Sorry for that, not much detail. That is it. Let's just go through them again. We see Hull City in 20th. West Brom in 19th, Burnley in 18th, Middlesbrough in 17th, Watford in 16th, Bournemouth in 15th, Sunderland in 14th, Crystal Palace in 13th, Swansea in 12th, Stoke in 11th, Everton in 10th, Southampton in 9th, of course, Leicester in 8th, West Ham in 7th, Arsenal in 6th, Liverpool in 5th, Tottenham in 4th, Man United in 3rd, Man City is 2nd, and winning the Premier League is Chelsea. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you disagree, don't feel free, to leave a comment, a like, and a subscribe, and also share with your family and friends, and I will indeed see you, bye.